Did you know the Temptations' songs and image likeness made a substantial estimated value of over $250 million? But when it came to division of income, Berry Gordy Motown made more than the artists themselves. The Temptations remains one of the most iconic groups in the music industry. Otis Williams still performs with the Temptations and owns all rights to the band. The other, classic five members have all died. Paul Williams, David Ruffen, Eddie Kendricks, Dennis Edwards, and Melvin Franklin. They signed with Motown in 1961, and shortly thereafter, the group underwent a name change from the Elgins to the Temptations. Under Berry Gordy's legendary label Motown, they skyrocketed to stardom, earning a seat at the table of music royalty. The Temptations' flashy style and impeccable smooth choreography and dance moves made them stand out on stage and in the eyes of fans. Their unforgettable harmonies and rich blend of soul, R&B, and pop made them a household name, and their songs are still heard in movies, commercials, and music playlists around the world. These songs not only earned them Grammy Awards and sold millions of records, but they also helped define the Motown sound. By 2025, their legacy continues not only through timeless hits, but also through some rather extravagant lifestyles, jaw-dropping car collections, and real estate escapades that would make even the richest envy. Let's dive into the world of flashy rides, luxurious mansions, and the price of fame that brought both fortune and folly. If you are a Temptation fan, support us by giving the video a like or a thumbs up, as it means a lot to us. By 2025, My Girl alone had earned over $30 million in royalties since its release, and their music catalog as a whole remains one of the most profitable in the history of the industry. Their songs not only generated record sales, but also earned them lucrative licensing deals for commercials, movies, and TV shows. And let's not forget the substantial checks they still get from streaming platforms. Who knew "Ain't Too Proud to Beg" would be a TikTok sound, right? When you think of rock stars, you think of mansions and fancy cars, right? Well, the Temptations were no exception. Otis Williams is the sole survivor of the original group, keeps their name alive through performances and the continuation of their music's influence. Otis Williams is still residing in his sprawling LA mansion in Beverly Hills, which he purchased in the late 80s, is still worth around $4 million in 2025, a testament to his success. Located in a prime neighborhood, it's got all the luxuries you could ask for: a pool, a hot tub, panoramic views, a private recording studio, a memorabilia room, and a garden shaped like a giant microphone enough to host a Motown reunion. When he's not performing or managing the Temptations' legacy, he indulges in golf and philanthropy, supporting young musicians. His love for cars remains strong as he drives a custom Rolls-Royce Ghost, $450,000, complete with a gold-plated Temptations logo on the hood. His fortune continues to grow thanks to classics like My Girl, Ain't Too Proud to Beg, and Just My Imagination, which keep the royalties rolling in. Otis Williams has a net worth of $15 million. David Ruffen, the man with the unmistakable voice, once lived in a Memphis mansion now abandoned but still valued at $2 million before it was left to fall into disrepair. His garage housed a gold-plated 1966 Cadillac Eldorado, worth over $50,000 and 1,960 is a reflection of his flamboyant style, roughly $350,000 today. The car was equipped with a plush interior and all the bells and whistles that screamed "Star." Ruffen also owned a Chevrolet Corvette convertible that he often used while touring. Unfortunately, after his departure from the group, Ruffen's cars were one of the many assets lost to his personal struggles, which included a difficult battle with addiction. Offstage, he had a flair for fashion design, often seen in furs and leather. However, fame came with a price, and his struggles with addiction led to his untimely death on June 1, 1991, due to a cocaine overdose. Despite the tragedy, his legacy lives on through hits like Ain't Too Proud to Beg, I Wish It Would Rain, and Since I Lost My Baby. David Ruffen has net worth of $10 million posthumous. Eddie Kendricks, the falsetto master, once called a chic Beverly Hills bungalow home, but after his death in 1992, the property fell into disrepair. By 2025, its current market value is estimated at $1.8 million, a far cry from its former value. His preference for classic elegance extended to his love for Rolls-Royces, including his 1967 Shadow, now valued at $250,000. When not on stage, he was an advocate for cancer awareness, a cause close to his heart after his own battle with lung cancer, which took his life on October 5th, 1992. His smooth vocals on Just My Imagination, Get Ready, and You're My Everything cemented his place in music history, keeping his estate thriving decades later. Eddie Kendricks has net worth of $8 million posthumous. Paul Williams, the backbone of the Temptations choreography, lived in a grand Detroit mansion that has since become a haunted tourist attraction, valued at $1 million. A fan of vintage Cadillacs, he once cruised in a 1965 Eldorado, which today is worth more than his abandoned home. Offstage, he had a passion for mentoring young artists, though personal struggles took a toll. His mysterious passing on August 17, 1973 remains a topic of speculation. Despite this, his contributions to Don't Look Back, I Can't Get Next to You, and You're My Everything ensure his legacy remains untarnished. Paul Williams has a net worth of $5 million posthumous. Known for his deep bass and unmatched charisma, Melvin Franklin owned a Detroit mansion with a secret Motown nightclub, now a high-demand Airbnb spot. A muscle car enthusiast, he treasured his 1970 Dodge Challenger, currently valued at $150,000. Away from music, he was passionate about charity, frequently donating to children's education programs. Unfortunately, he passed away on February 23, 1995, due to heart complications. Songs like Papa Was a Rollin' Stone, I Truly, Truly Believe, and Cloud 9 keep his voice and spirit alive in the industry. Melvin Franklin has a net worth of $7 million posthumous. Dennis Edwards, the voice behind some of the Temptations' grittier hits, lived in an extravagant Atlanta estate worth $2.5 million. A lover of American luxury, he drove a Lincoln Continental Mark V, which today sits at a collector's price of $120,000. When not performing, he was deeply involved in mentoring young gospel singers. He passed away on February 1, 2018 from complications due to meningitis, but his mark on music is undeniable with Ball of Confusion, Psychedelic Shack, and Papa Was a Rollin' Stone continuing to generate revenue. Dennis Edwards has net worth of $6 million posthumous. The Temptations lived the high life sometimes too high. Songs like My Girl, Ain't Too Proud to Beg, and Papa Was a Rollin' Stone didn't just make history, they made bank. Under Berry Gordy's Motown machine, the Temptations raked in millions, though not always with full pockets, Motown accounting being what it was. Still, the royalties flow, and so do the checks. Whether through music, real estate, or the auctioning of classic cars, the legacy of the Temptations continues to shine, proving that their influence and their assets are timeless. If you enjoyed the video, support us by liking the video and remember to subscribe for such videos. See you in the next one.